we've played this style of football and it wasn't enough to win the league. We had to adjust. We had to be able to mix this style of football and the style of football we've been playing for the last 2-3 years. If we do not do this, all this 1-2 football, we ain't doing anything. There's time to be pragmatic. There's times to play this kind of football. Different oppositions require different styles of football. This manager's my biggest gripe with this manager, and will always be, is that your in-game management, you don't know when to attack, you don't know when to defend. You either all out attacking or all out defending. Unless we fix that, to me, this game means nothing. It's a good performance. It's momentum into Man United game, but there's still a load of question marks. Like, nothing for me has been answered by this manager. Like, you went and got a striker, cool. But at the same time, where was the answer in pre-season against Villarreal? Do you know what I'm saying? Where was the answer against flipping Tottenham? Like, this is what I want to see. And until I see that, I'm going to have massive question marks about this manager, because I just feel like, how do you react when things go sideways? How do you react today?
I don't understand. He answered the question today. Like,
it's not though, because today is plan A.
Your questions today, but like, by the way,
plan A worked.
No, but today, no. Today, is an example of how when it goes good for Arteta, it goes good. Plan A, he didn't need to adjust. Today, he didn't need to make a tactical adjustment. The manager didn't figure out his game plan. The opposition weren't really putting us under any pressure. That is when Arteta looks at his best. The biggest question marks for this manager: what was the answer against Man United in the Cup last season? What was the answer on 3 attempts against Newcastle that you lost? What was the answer against PSG when you come unstuck over 2 legs? Those are the things that make the difference between being a winner and being a loser. When your tactics are working, we look great. When your tactics are getting found out, your in-game management, your substitutions, and your game plan shifting in the way that we're playing, you always leave us wanting more. That is what I'm talking about. Today is the greatest example of when Arteta ball works, it works. We're not going to play somebody like Let's Go Bilbao that's going to let us do whatever the hell we wanted to do. Bro, Ethan came on and Ethan was taking souls. We were allowed to play our football. Against Newcastle, we ain't going to be allowed to play our football. So what's the answer? Because he ain't figured it out in 3 attempts last season. This is what I'm talking about, Hooks. This ain't the answer.
But what you're doing is like you're saying XYZ for the Tottenham game went bad, yada yada yada. Villarreal game, the same thing, went bad, and then in this game he played a lineup that is going to be closer to what we'll play in the season, and it dominates, which is his way of playing. But now you're saying, oh, but that didn't answer all of my questions from before, but it has to, because
you're not making
we battered them, and we've
been battering teams since 8 when we were 8 points clear.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right? That's fine.
You tell me one competition, Hooks. You tell me where when we get found out what the answer is from this manager.
I can't.
Sorry. So that's something he's got to work on.
It's not even I. Sorry, it's not even. It has nothing to do with me. Like, what you're asking from Arteta, he can't, like, and the Arsenal,
he can't do exactly.
The Arsenal team, he can't show you until we've gone up against that again.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it in pre-season, which would have been an example as to what he's going to do.
Yeah, but in every pre-season game that happened, we wasn't starting with a team that we will most likely start in the Premier League.
Okay, cool. No problem. When the season starts and when we drop games, I'm going to remind you that I told you in pre-season, I haven't seen a plan B. I haven't seen him utilize a plan B. Now that he's playing with his best players, why is he not utilizing the plan B?
Wait, do you think that I think that we won't lose games next season?
Okay, so but why are we losing
important games?
Plan B.
I'm at this point, I don't know what you want at the moment.
No. I know what he's gonna say. He's so sneaky. Important games. As in semi-finals, quarterfinals, games that get us out of competitions. That's what
I want the manager to be a tactician. That's what I want. I want the manager to be a tactician and show us exactly how you're going to adjust within the game.
Yeah, but he can't.
When your plan A doesn't work, like today it worked, the other games it didn't work. What is the idea? Cool, the season's gonna start. We're gonna see if he's got a plan B.
But I don't know about all that.
Yeah, but my criticism comes from
I have to wait.
It comes from 5 years of me not seeing that. I think I have the right to be skeptical.
Yeah, but I think you have the right to be skeptical, but not immediately after we just like not immediate, like it's like immediate, like didn't even wait, blood, like just like maybe that's why I'm confused.
But I've been waiting though. I've been waiting 5 years. Imagine you're telling me immediately. I've been waiting 5 years.
Bro. I've been waiting 22 years, like, so it's cool. But like what I'm saying is like,
we're talking about Arteta.
Like immediate. Like this quickly, like the way.
But he has to win this season, though. Everyone's saying he has to win.
But your criticisms are very valid because I hear what you're saying, because I understand what you're saying. You're basically saying, yeah, when it goes, everything goes, the stars align. When the stars align, we can bad anyone up. But when the stars don't align, what is he gonna do? But that's a very hard. I don't know. It's a bit of a like. Why would you ask that now? Because we went up against someone where the stars align. Like I feel like it's a conversation that we have when they don't align. We see what he does, and then we judge that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's fair to bring it up that listen today.
No, I hear it, man. If you feel that way, that's great.
Today is a good performance, but I still want to see what the answer is when things go sideways. And things have gone sideways in certain games in preseason, and I've not seen any evidence of anything to change those games by the manager when basically it's a free hit, it's preseason. These are the times where we want to see you do something different, no? Try it out in preseason to see if it works. Because if it doesn't work, then you're doing it in the season where you're actually dropping points. It makes more sense to do it preseason.
Oh, we did something, but we did a lot of things different today, though. This is why I'm confused. We actually did a lot of things different today. So
what did we do different today?
Low crosses.
No, like for example, Declan Rice was dropping the deepest, even so much so that at times he was pretty much in line with the centre backs, and it was Zubamendi that was given the license, and Zubamendi's playing on the other side, so he's been given the license on the other side. But I don't know, like if I wanted to go a bit deeper, like when we didn't have the ball, that was the case. But when we had the ball, it was Zubamendi that was dropping deeper to pick it up, to kickstart whatever magic he was doing in that middle.
I can't lie. I've seen us do that with Partey and Rice.
You don't. Because like last season, more often than not, it was always Partey that stayed the deepest, because Partey, he's not mobile like that. Like Partey is not picking up the ball and then trying to run past people, whereas Zubamendi did that quite a few times in the game. So maybe that's what we saw from Rice last season, and everybody was questioning, wait, why is it Rice that is doing this? Maybe it's going to be Zubamendi that kind of plays that more, give me the ball more, and I try and make things happen in the midfield. So that, I don't know, even little things like when Madueke came on, like he was dropping deep, and then like, I don't know about you lot, but like it just seemed like he wasn't given the same instructions as Martinelli. Like it wasn't just, stay high and wide and stretch them and be out there all the time on the island. Like it was a bit different. Like we had like, it was like when Rice would bomb up, you would have Zubamendi sit, and then sometimes Zubamendi's the one up forward, and then Rice was like, I don't know, that there was little tiny things that he tweaked that me personally, I haven't seen Arsenal do before. And I think that's why I think everyone here can admit, whether you like, I don't know, whether you like Arteta or Arsenal or not, that midfield, Ødegaard wasn't dropping as deep as he usually does. So I can only imagine that the instruction was, hey, Zubamendi's there now, you need to stay higher up the field, which benefited us, because look at that second goal. That comes from Martin Ødegaard, first time flick on through to Martinelli. So, but if Ødegaard is sitting in those areas that we're used to him sitting in last season, he's not there to do that. So I don't know. Me personally, to say that you didn't see anything different, I would have to argue that maybe, I don't know, maybe you're watching with a lens in it. And that's out to anyone in the world. You're watching with a lens in it. Like there was loads of things that we did different. We're actually different by default now, because we have a 9. For example, the Zubamendi ball for the Gyökeres goal. How often have you seen?
Havertz has done that. Havertz has done that.
No, but I'm talking about the first time just whipped in. Like, how often do you see Arsenal do that? Like, we definitely played at a quicker tempo. Like, we was definitely playing quicker. Like, for me, we was building up through the middle as well. You know, it wasn't so much to the right, everything you owe.
Yeah, but we did that. We did that when we was 8 points clear. I do think there was improvements, Hooks. Yeah, but I think you're exaggerating. You're exaggerating the improvements, and those improvements.
But I didn't say improvements. I said differences. Differences and improvements. There is different.
But we need improvement because we need to win the league, and that is my overall.
Yeah, that's all fine. That's all well and good, Northside. But that can't be that there can't be proven until we're in the Premier League. Yeah, so I can't have that conversation after badding up Athletic Club. Yeah,
just be happy, bro. Just be happy.
This one started, yeah, because I said today doesn't prove that we have improved enough to go and win the league. That's the only point I was making.
Doesn't.
And then you went on a mad tangent about
I think differences
and this and that. Today was a good performance. No one ain't saying it ain't a good performance, bro. All I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, we didn't need to bring out the gun that immediately.
No, what do you mean, bro? The first 45 minutes, yeah.
Hands up.
Did you watch the whole stream? Did you watch the whole stream? Because the first 40 minutes, yeah, I was praising.
Yeah.
This no, because I just jumped off of a stream.
No.
But
context.
When I'm talking about when I came on,
Yeah, but bro, it's an hour and 15 minutes in the show, bro. I'm gonna bring up certain things.
No, but I'm not suing you. That's okay. I'm just saying for me, it was a bit too quick. The quick draw, like Cowboys.
Wow, West, didn't it?
Yeah, it was me. You know what I mean? It was a bit too quick, but I hear it. Look, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, like, this match means nothing. Just like how the game against Villarreal meant nothing. Just like how the game against Tottenham meant nothing. Newcastle, AC Milan meant nothing. It's pre-season. But I think it's good to end pre-season the way we did, because now we go into the game at Old Trafford with a positive mindset, because we came off the back of a win and keeping a clean sheet. So now it's just spend the next week and a bit getting everybody, you know, them man that need extra massages, just give it to them, because the muscles, you get me, need everybody fresh. Them man that need jacuzzis, you get me, I'm pretty sure there's one over there in the training ground, saunas, all of that. Do some theoretical stuff, some physical stuff, and just be prepared for, if we can bring in a new body before the Old Trafford game, great. If not, just make sure that Martinelli doesn't start, and then I think everything will be fine. Do you know what I mean? Who knows what will happen? Because I don't know about you, but I'm hearing that Manchester United fan, they weren't too happy with the loss, you get me, that they saw. So maybe we're ahead in preparation of Manchester United, which is good for us.
When you say everything's gonna be all right, Hooks, yeah. Before I get views in, big up to views, big up to my guy Macy. Yeah, before I get them in the conversation as well. You said everything's gonna be all right. What do you mean by that?
Don't worry.
Whoa. When did I say that?
You just finished saying that.
I said it's gonna be fine.
Okay, it's gonna be fine. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be fine. I don't know.
It's all right. All right, fine. He switched it up.